The NBA Season 9 2022 games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Action Infinity 22.
come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. He's been running the fast break his entire life. It's Jay Williams.
Dishing it left, dishing it right, making the right play at the right time. That's what Plainfield guards do. Let's see what the guards do down on the court tonight.
And Jay, we are ready to go. This one about to get underway. Nuggets have the first possession. To Rivers. Nikola Jokic, he's never made the playoffs, but upon further review, he is a special center.
Got that 5-year extension for $146 million, and I'm willing to say this, he will be one of the future centers in the game.
He gets it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Nuggets have the possession to Aaron Gordon. The drive, right to the basket. Off the assist.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
And the rebound belongs to Denver. Rivers with the basketball. Leads a bucket. Here comes the screen. Porter. Oh, big finish at the rim. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Rivers. Oh, not a good pass there. That's a turnover. Oh, he got there.
That's great hustle getting back on D.
Murray with the basketball. The lead is 2. To Rivers. And counted at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
They go down low, Murray. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Nothing going here on that drive. Lays it up and in.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there and trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Porter. Has a chance. The shot by Murray, no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
And he'll go to the foul line.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Denver ball right now. To Jokic. Goes to the right side. Porter. And the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. The follow won't go either. Gordon. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Porter. They get it down to Mirotic. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Murray with it. Up by 6. That's out. Last touch by Jamal Murray. To Embiid. Joel Embiid missed his first. That one goes.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Nuggets have the possession. And the slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Gordon. And good work defensively as the pass is taken away. Embiid, good for 2.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
They go to Jokic, down low. Oh, Nikola Jokic, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Count the bucket for 2. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
To Porter. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Harden, defended by Rivers. James Harden, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's Denver's ball. Porter. Jamal Murray. Short jumper, won't fall.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Murray into the front court. 2-point advantage. To Rivers. Jokic. Jamal Murray. His first effort off the mark. Trying to cash in. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. Gets it in the right corner. Porter to Gordon. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Aaron Gordon at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 69% at the line. Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5. Runner's good there.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Now whistle. Timeout for Denver as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Now pass stolen by the Sixers. Harden to Tobias Harris.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Here's the truth. As long as you're using your legs and your body to stay in front of the offensive player, you won't get called for those. You keep reaching, though, it's going to be a long night.
First one, count it.
Right back to it.
Denver, number 5, Will Barton. And number 30.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Barton into the front court. Leads one.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
They'll get it down to Green. Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2. Everybody clap your hands.
Barton. Shot clock to 4 for the Nuggets. To Will Barton from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Steps around the defender and puts it in. Nicely done.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
To Will Barton. Has a look. Barton's shot, no good. Harden into the front court. Down 2. Rebound reeled in by the Nuggets. Barton into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Working it outside. To Will Barton. Deep 2 there, won't go. To Harden. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. DeAndre Jordan sends it away. They've recovered it.
Defense, let's go.
To Millsap. No, I missed a short one there.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
To Will Barton. Free throw, good. He's able to polish off the three-point play. 5 on the shot clock. Knocks her down off the step back.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
James Harden. He's 3 for 7.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Barton. To Aaron Gordon. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Easy path to the rim.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Into the front court comes Smith. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. And the finish at the rim. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. The Nuggets with the lead. Second quarter set to begin. Some impressive shooting numbers. Jay, is that good offense, or is it, dare we say, bad defense?
Both teams are on fire, but speaking of competitive juices, one of the beautiful things that we heard during the timeout in a team huddle, you heard multiple voices that weren't the coach saying how much more they needed to fight in order to win this game. Oh, trust me, the intensity level is going to pick up a couple of notches.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. And he hits.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Barton into the front court. Leads a bucket. Daniels against Harden. To Will Barton. Slam dunk Will Barton.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Sixers have the basketball. Harden here against Troy Daniels. Rises for the slam.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's a Prob City.
Has a chance? Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
And he finishes at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Barton into the front court. The lead is 2. Nothing going here on that drive. To Will Barton. Driving right to the basket. Oh, I thought that was a dunk. Easy.
Not too many times you see a poster for the defender, but that was brilliant.
Slams it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Jokic. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. Harden with the basketball. He'll run the offense. It's good. And 1.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
James Harden trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Denver's got it. To Porter. Nothing going here on that drive. Porter. To Will Barton. Down to Green. Nice pass to get things going.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25+ assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
It goes down.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Porter curling inside. Nothing going here on that drive. To Will Barton. Whoa! What a finish!
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
To Harden. Yes! And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. To Rivers. Porter. Down low, Jokic. Nikola Jokic. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Cashes in for 2.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Nuggets with the basketball. Gordon to Porter. Deep right corner. Beyond the arc for 3. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Rivers into the front court. Down 3. Here comes the screen. Porter to Rivers. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Harden guarded by the former Dookie. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Goes reverse to lay it in.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Murray into the front court. They're down 3. To Porter. To Jokic. Shot clock violation. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Austin Rivers snatching it out of the air. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. Murray with the basketball. Down 5. Austin Rivers.
Come on, please. Give me the ball. Give me the ball.
Now a steal by Philly.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
It's no good. Shot's not going down. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Nuggets have the possession to Gordon. Porter. Murray's shot won't fall. Trying to cash in. And the rebound comes down to Rivers. Porter goes to the left side. To Porter. Here comes the screen. Porter. Ah, the monster stuff.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Joel Embiid tips it.
Just incredible timing in that swat.
Tobias Harris above the rim.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Add 2 points to the board.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right.
My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Just disrespectful.
Danny Green is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 81% free throw shooter. First one goes down. Second and 3 is good. Perfect from the line. Hits all 3 of them. Now the Nuggets signaling for timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. New blood coming in for both sides.
Entering the game for Denver,
Barton. And throws it down.
Now transition offense was flawless. When guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Here comes the screen. To the basket goes Rivers, but his shot stays out. And Destroys the rim. That's what DeAndre Jordan does. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Lets it fly from long range. Not that time. He misses. Austin Rivers swats it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Denver ball right now. Porter to Aaron Gordon. Defense making the ball handler work. Knocks it down from mid-range.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Rivers to bring it into the front court. His guys down big. Jokic. The pass set it all up.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Fires the three. Oh, that's how it's done.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
DeAndre Jordan pins it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Nuggets have the possession. Gets it in the left corner. To Porter. Austin Rivers. They work it down to Gordon. Aaron Gordon stuffs it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup.
Danny Green rejects it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Rivers. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. To Jokic. Oh, Nikola Jokic. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Fires the three. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Count the basket at the rim.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Deep three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Jalen here with your halftime report. The 76ers have a comfortable lead at the halfway mark. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets. for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Nuggets have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets for the Denver Nuggets.
First half stats. Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win. The 76ers worked hard for their halftime lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Nuggets are in need of some changes at the half. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. Have a look at the leading scores for the Denver Nuggets.
First half stats. Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
The 76ers will start the second half with a decent lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Nuggets. Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team, because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
First try at the line, no good. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Rivers with the basketball. Down a bundle.
Here come left.
Porter to Rivers. Here comes the screen.
Screen right.
Austin Rivers to Porter. And a nice finish at the rim.
Underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Danny Green to Embiid. Joel Embiid looking good, 4 for 5.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Austin Rivers powers it through. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Harden shot, no good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Jokic to Porter. Off the assist.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
Harris to Danny Green. Nikola Jokic sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Count it.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this mode.
That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Tobias Harris with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
It's Harden. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out. It's Denver's ball. To Gordon. Barton. A pass stolen by the Nuggets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. 4-3. Smothering D. Rivers into the front court. Trailing by 14. And scores.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and you can get it any way you want it.
Joel Embiid. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Austin Rivers to Porter. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Pass there, taken away by Denver.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Michael Porter Jr. above the rim. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ballgame.
Rivers to bring it into the front court. 14-point deficit. No good. Defense catching a break there. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Tobias Harris trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Denver's got it.
I got ball.
Austin Rivers to Jokic. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go. Harris. Curling inside. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To Harden. Missed a wide open look. To Aaron Gordon. Jokic. The rebound belongs to the 76ers. To Danny Green. Shot from the lane won't go. Nuggets with the basketball.
Here we go.
Throws it down.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
Aaron Gordon, huge block. That's his third block this evening.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Porter to Jokic. Throws it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Porter to Rivers. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Nikola Jokic with a piece. Fourth this contest.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Joel Embiid able to recover with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Nuggets have the possession.
I got ball. I got some for him.
Probing the defense to Porter.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Gordon. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Number 31, Jared Allen. And number 50.
Harden to Tobias Harris. Here's a chance from long range. Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Austin Rivers to Will Barton. Denver with 4 to shoot. And hits off a killer step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Philadelphia with the basketball to Embiid. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. cruises inside for two.
And I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Barton to Porter. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't get the bounce. To Tobias Harris. Nice pass to set things up.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Austin Rivers. To Porter. Danny Green sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Flushes it home.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
Austin Rivers to Porter. Here comes the screen. Porter. Deep two there, won't go. To Tobias Harris. Oh, pass stolen by the Nuggets. Austin Rivers to Porter. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Harden. That won't go. Martin into the front court. The deficit now up to a dozen. And scores. Strong take.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Pass there, taken away by Denver. Knocked loose, taken by the Sixers. Going to launch beyond the arc. Yes, three-pointer is good.
And transition defense against the new norm of three-point shooting in the NBA has changed. You have to get out, stop the ball, and then quickly fan out to three-point shooters. And whoever's on the weak side needs to clog up the paint. That's the new way to guard the three-point shot.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. That's the end of the third quarter, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. It's the Nuggets with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Sixers control it. To Embiid. Tough shot, and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Martin, defended by Tolliver. Nothing going here on that drive. Barton to Rivers. Has a chance. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Austin Rivers to Will Barton. Down low Green. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Shot clock to 4 for the Nuggets. Austin Rivers. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. To Tobias Harris. Danny Green. Embiid, good for 2.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 1-on-1. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Murray with it. The deficit now up to 13. To Gordon. They get it down to Aldridge. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Short jumper off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Barton. They go down low. Murray to Jokic. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. There you go. Way to stay with it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Tobias Harris. And coasting in for 2.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
To Embiid. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Embiid's free throw good. A 3-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. To Rivers. For 3. That's off the side of the rim. Short. To Tobias Harris. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Rivers with the basketball. Trailing by 14. To Porter. Here comes the screen. Joel Embiid tips it. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. The follow won't go either. To Tobias Harris. Five on the shot clock for Philadelphia. From long range. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
Oh, that was a big-time shot. But more impressive than the shot, the bench reactions. I love the celebration tactics. This is why you love this game.
Tobias Harris with a chance at a 4-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. You can count that one. 4-point play. Denver ball right now. Austin Rivers. Here comes the screen. Joel Embiid swats it. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Austin Rivers. Knocks it down from mid-range.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Beyond the arc for three. Had made his first three, but that shot off the mark. Murray into the front court. His guys down big.
That's me. Come on, ball.
Has a look. Wide open look, won't go. To Danny Green. Lets it fly from long range. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Not great defense there, forcing the pickup. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Austin Rivers. Couple of free throws on the way. Career mark of 64%. Off the mark on the first free throw.
Here. Need one time. Here we go.
So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. To Tobias Harris. To Embiid. You've got to get that one to go. Gordon. To Jokic. Nikola Jokic at the line for 2 shots. A career 83% free throw shooter. Nope, first one does not go.
For the Denver Nuggets, number 31, Jarrett Allen. Entering the game for the Philadelphia.
Oh, he missed on a pair.
Number 13, James.
To Embiid. Harris gets it in the right corner. To Tobias Harris. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. To Harden. Fires the 3. Textbook defense. Murray into the front court. Trailing by 15 to Aaron Gordon.
I got ball. That's me.
The drive right to the basket. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Fires the 3. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Right.
Jamal Murray matched up with Harden. For 3. Not that time. Murray with the basketball. Down a bundle. Jumper's good.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Tobias Harris. Off the mark. Well contested.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Murray with it. 14-point deficit. Here comes the screen.
I told you the screen was coming.
Joel Embiid pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Harden. Here's a chance from long range. Not getting the bounce. Great look and vision. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Danny Green to Embiid. Deep left corner. Harden. And he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Murray into the front court. Down 12. Jokic to Gordon. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Can't go down. Smothering defense. The follow won't go either. Jokic to Aaron Gordon. To Jokic. Gordon. Jokic. Cleared out by Embiid.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Sixers call for time. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one remaining. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Into the game for Philadelphia, number 3. 1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
Danny Green to Embiid. From the painted area, won't go down. Another follows, still no good. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. Now a whistle and a timeout for Denver. They're down big in this fourth quarter and a chance here to empty their bench.
Availability is limited, so you must act now. Visit our team website for more details.
Porter to Rivers. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. To Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's been a good night from beyond the arc. He's 5 of 6 from deep.
It's called room and rhythm, Ed. If you don't crowd him defensively, you allow him to have room, he will find that rhythm from behind the arc.
Little R&R has never hurt anybody, Jay. Oh, errant pass as it's taken away. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good. They'll let one fly from half court. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers emerged victorious after a tight finish. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Nuggets just couldn't close this one out. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Take a look at the upcoming games for the Denver Nuggets. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
Game 5-0 Indiana Pacers 9-1 Toronto Raptors 1-3-1 Final. Game 5-0 Sacramento Kings 1-1-4 Orlando Magic 1-1-0 Final. Game 5-0 San Antonio Spurs 1-0-7 New Orleans Pelicans 1-0-3 Final. Game 5-0 Milwaukee Bucks 1-0-2 Memphis Grizzlies 1-2-7 Final. Game 5-0 Chicago Bulls 9-8 Cleveland Cavaliers 9-4 Final.